this finest 3 rounds in the UFC featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 16 wins, 1 loss. He stands 6 feet 1 1/2 inches tall, weighing in at 146 pounds. Fighting out of Dagestan, Russia, Zabit And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a freestyle fighter holding a professional record, 28 wins, 15 losses. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 146 pounds. Fighting out of San Diego, California, by way of Des Moines, Iowa, presenting the number 6 ranked featherweight contender in the world, Jeremy Lil Heathen Stevens! When the action begins, our referee in charge, Mark Smith.
Mark Smith, one of the best in the business, back in there for this one. The featured bout of these UFC 235 prelims here on ESPN. Jeremy Lil Heathen Stevens has arrived at UFC appearance number 30 against the uber-talented Zabit Magomedsharipov. Tonight's fight clock is brought to you by Modelo. Magomedsharipov is in gray. Jeremy Stevens is in black.
One thing Jeremy's got to be careful of is not to load too much, because that's where Zabit's very good at countering. You see how Jeremy kind of loads. That's where you'll see Zabit with a good counter left hook or good kicks like this.
Yeah, because of the fact that he has his vicious one-punch power, he kind of banks on it a little too much, but he's worked very hard to not rely on that.
Zabit's looking for a counter with his left right now. That's why he's southpaw. He's looking to counter the right hand of Jeremy. Similar to what you see Connor do. They wait for the right hand to come, and then they counter over the top. There it is right there. That's what he's looking for. So Jeremy's got to feint more so he can't time the right hand of Stevens.
There's a nice leg kick there by Jeremy.
Stevens has also worked dutifully on his mental game. After that last fight against Jose Aldo, had he won that fight, might have been fighting for the title. Forced to reset, still though tonight trying to make it 4 wins in his last fight.
Look for Zabit to look for body locks.
Stevens just missed, on that spinning back fist attempt. Stevens talked a lot about pressure and feinting to create openings against this versatile striker and grappler, Magomedsharipov.
Big kick to the body by Zabit.
And he's pulling Jeremy into his power right now is what he's looking to do. That's why he's moving back. And he's looking to counter Jeremy with kicks, uppercuts, and that counter left hand right there that you saw. He's got a sharp counter left hand.
Yeah, beautiful straight left. There's another strong leg kick by Jeremy. Starting to see the red welt on the right leg of Zabit.
Jeremy loading that right hand real heavy. Zabit's seeing it. More fakes, feints, hiding that big load would really help Jeremy right now to land. He's trying to get inside, but the load's too much. He needs to throw a light kick, maybe double jab his way in, and then load the power with that.
You've spent a lot of time training with Jeremy, Dominic. How aware of that issue is he?
He's aware. The problem is that's his gift as well.
Right.
So it's a mixture. You got to play the happy medium with this. And right now Zabit's doing a good job fighting backwards, and that's the issue. So Jeremy's going to have to adjust to that with feints by moving in and out. Nice calf kick.
Stung him with that one. Oh, again. Boy, he's slicing at that calf.
And it's because he's southpaw, so the legs are closer, as you see. So it's easier for him to land that. And he's trying to pull Jeremy into that counter left hand. So Jeremy needs more fakes. He's only coming forward. One pressure, one movement forward. He needs to in and out to pull Zabit forward a little.
Constant, subtle stance switches out of Magomedsharipov. Very nuanced MMA game. Under 2 minutes now to go in this first round. Stevens counters to the body.
And countering to the body, I think, is a very wise move for Jeremy. He's dealing with blocked that one. Dealing with a significant height and reach disadvantage.
The footwork right now is really the difference. That's what's causing issues right now for Jeremy. He's loading to land the big strike, and Zabit's faking and then moving, switching stance. And now this is what Jeremy's got to do. You got to pressure through it, keep him moving on his heels, and work your way inside by heading Zabit off, not following him.
Constant pressure here by Jeremy Stephens, though. He's not letting Zabit rest. Staying on top of him.
Yeah, that's not legal.
Strong leg kick again. He's landed several really hard leg kicks to that left leg of Zabit. That's going to take away. That's going to take away a lot from his movement.
Sorry, Joe.
He's really looking heavy for that left hand Zabit. That's what you got to watch. That left hand and the left high kick.
Right there.
Inadvertent groin strike there.
Zabit, stay there.
No question about that one, folks.
On the money.
Gotta come over here for me.
But it went up the leg first.
Right.
It took a little bit off of it.
We talked about it. Take your time.
As many of our fans know, for a groin strike,
Stay over here, Jeremy.
the compromised fighter has up to 5 minutes with which to recover.
Kick right to the groin. Outside, inside. Careful. All right?
In Zabit's defense, it really did look
Jeremy,
like
stay
it
over here
landed
for
on
me,
the
buddy.
thigh first
Yeah.
and then went up inadvertently into the groin. So it wasn't a misdirected kick. It was a matter of it glancing.
You let me know when you're ready. Are you good to go? All right, stay here. Hey, careful. All right? Come in. Fight.
Final 45 seconds now of this first round.
Look at that.
I mean,
360. Oh, my goodness.
going for the Anthony Showtime Pettis off the cage kick, unable to land it.
Zabit's opening up.
Jeremy's loading a little. He needs to not chase. He needs to be careful. This is where Zabit's good, is when he gets you chasing him.
Clean left kick to the body. Just snaps it in there.
Throws his legs like they're arms. It's incredible.
He's just so technical.
It's the footwork.
Final seconds of the round. Stephens pressing forward, eats a body kick there. Round 2 coming up. The UFC 235 prelims on ESPN are presented by Modelo. All right, round 2 forthcoming here. Jeremy Stephens and Zabit Magomedsharipov. Dom, you heard your chief corner, Eric Del Fiero, in the corner of Jeremy Stephens. Your thoughts on what they need to do to adjust?
1, the leg kicks. 2, they need to double up on their jabs and work his way in. Jeremy's loading the big shot too much, and Zabit's seeing it, and he's got very good footwork, so he's beating him to the movement.
Careful. Good. Stop. Time. Go right there.
So another interruption in the action due to a groin strike.
Time in. Fight.
The warning from Mark Smith, a little bit more stern this time around.
Zabit is so fast with his legs. It's really incredible to watch.
Footwork is really the difference, and it's because Jeremy's setting his feet to throw power, and Zabit's moving backwards and trying to pull Jeremy into his strikes to create power.
Just hit it with a hook kick.
The feints are a big difference, too. You see Zabit feints a lot. He fakes. He's in and out with his legs and his feet. Jeremy feints more with his upper body, and so that's the difference in timing. But Jeremy's got the power right now. We see it right there. He's landing. When he lands, he gets the respect, but Zabit's got a chin as well.
So it has been a striking contest through 6 minutes. Pretty good head movement there by Stevens.
Jeremy seems to be having a little bit of a hard time with the distance. The reach and the range of Zabit. Zabit, with his footwork and movement, is really optimizing that.
It's a southpaw stance, Joe. It changes the range, and then he switches back and forth from southpaw to conventional. Nice.
That was big.
The pressure is going to be key. That's what Eric said. Watch the spinning back fist, watch the takedowns, and the pressure of Jeremy is key. If he doesn't keep Zabit back, this is when it starts going downhill for Jeremy.
Interesting, when Zabit gets hit, he turns it up.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not backing off at all. He's ramping up the aggression.
That's what's hard about being in this type of fight like Jeremy is you gotta eat some to keep the pressure moving forward, and it hurts. I mean, he makes it look like it doesn't because he keeps moving forward, but it hurts to get tagged and keep the pressure forward, but he will get worse damage if he doesn't move forward.
Whip that left hand to the body.
A similar body strike from Jose Aldo ended Stevens' last fight.
And there's the wrestling that you talked about.
Good defense. He needs to stuff the head, move it to the inside, and he missed it, so Zabit was able to double off. Now Jeremy needs to not give his back here. That's the one thing we got to be careful. He needs to get his left elbow in between him and Zabit right now, as you've seen him try to do. So once he gets that elbow in between, he can get a left underhook. But right now, Zabit's not letting that happen because that's the battle here. This is basically where Usman has a chance to win the fight against Tyron Woodley when we watch the main event, ladies and gentlemen. This type of position. And right now, Jeremy needs to get hand control and cut in between him and Zabit with his left elbow.
Zabit's working hard to take the back here, looking to get the hooks in.
Right now, he's just trying to make Jeremy tired by dragging and hanging on him. This is what
got the hook.
Magomedov does to people, and that's what they're trying to do to Jeremy here, is just get him tired so that the stand-up isn't there when they do separate.
Well, Zabit does have a very good submission game as well. And if he can secure back mount here, he's got one hook, he's got two, he's got the back mount. Jeremy is in trouble. This is bad. This is very bad.
Jeremy Stevens hasn't been submitted since 2009. 90 seconds with which to work here in round 2.
Zabit, with those long legs and that excellent leverage, is riding that back. He's got Jeremy flattened out here.
The hand control is the problem right now. Jeremy needs to work on his hand control. He needs his left hand to get on the hands of Zabit. Zabit's beating him to the grips, and so he can't escape. Jeremy needs to get on the hands of Zabit right now. That's the problem.
I think Jeremy's also concentrating on trying to get back up to his feet rather than just defending this position. He ate an elbow there and another. Ooh.
And Zabit's hand control is the difference here. That's what's winning this battle. It's the grips.
Magomedsharipov continuing to control Stevens here on the ground, and now looks to have him mounted.
Full mount.
Now Jeremy needs to watch the arm triangle here in the back take. He's going back and forth. He just got to keep his neck safe here because there's a lot of openings if he's not careful. And Zabit's got those long legs, so it's going to be hard to get him off his back.
He's looking for the choke. Nice elbow by Zabit. Rolls him over on top of him here. He probably will switch to a body triangle.
Dominant end to the second round for Zabit. Magomedsharipov lands another elbow. Round 3 coming up.
Welcome to Santa Cruz.
Someone outside?
Probably the neighbors.
Put your shoes on.
Can I help you?
We need to move and keep moving. They won't stop until they kill us. Or we kill them.
Oh, sweetheart. Inside all of us beats the heart of a fighter. A desire to transcend limits, break barriers, make the impossible possible. We are committed. We are relentless. We are undeniable. We are UFC.
Stay back, Jeremy. Stay back. Move back for me.
Round 3 is brought to you by P3, the official protein snack of UFC. Some extracurricular stuff there at the end of the round.
Dom, what did you think about the advice that they were giving to Jeremy in between rounds that Eric Del Fierro gave him?
He has one way to win. He has to keep the pressure, and the first 2 punches is to get inside. The last punch is to get the respect or land and get the knockout. So he's spot on. If Jeremy doesn't keep moving forward, we've seen it doesn't go well.
Heavy inside leg kick by Stevens there to the lead leg of Zabit.
Jeremy's got to hurt him in this round.
Yeah, Zabit is likely looking at an advantage in his third and final round.
The real difference here, when I'm looking at the difference in the fight, it's footwork. It's just footwork, because his footwork and his stance switch hides all his weapons from every different angle. And right there, he goes one way, switches the other. It's like playing basketball. You get somebody to fight one way, and then you cross over to the other direction to set up your power, and that's what Zabit does very well.
Beautiful left kick to the body by Zabit. He's such a technician. And so I think what we're seeing here tonight is the hype is justified. I mean, he's facing a number 6 contender, a guy who's been in there with world champions, and he looks sensational.
He does. And Jeremy is fighting a great fight. He's fighting, he's fighting Zabit the way you have to fight him to give anybody a chance. And they're showing a blueprint here. Bogniak shows it. Jeremy's showing it. There is ways to beat this man, but right now the difference in this matchup is plainly footwork from what I'm seeing. Right there, he goes one way, and then right when you set to punch, he switches direction. And that's something that I think is extremely important in this day and age in fighting. And Jeremy needs to keep attacking the leg like that, inside and outside, and then throw a couple light ones to set up the heavy. See how he's just loading one heavy one? That's the problem. Jeremy needs to go a couple light ones to the body to set up the heavy punch.
And to be constantly switching directions and moving his feet and switching stances, this fantastic footwork.
It makes it hard to head him off, so you can't trap him. It's hard to trap him because he's back and forth. So now he's going to go left. Now he's going to go right. There it is. Now he's keeping the pressure. Now Jeremy knows this is it. This is what Jeremy needed to do, is keep the pressure to get him a little bit tired and find some openings in the end of the third round.
Stevens has landed some power shots here down the stretch of this one.
Yeah, he's seeing things, Jeremy, and now he's just got to time the big shot with Zabit's footwork. He's got to time it to where he moves Zabit into his power. See, Zabit's always on the other side of the power punch. He needs to move him into the power punch.
Some nice body work there by Stevens. Second time we've seen him go to that heel kick behind the lead knee of Stevens. We've said Magomedsharipov training habits are truly the stuff of legend. He's barely breathing heavy here, 13 minutes into a high-level featherweight fight.
What Zabit's doing is he's faking, moving. Right when Jeremy sets, he switches direction. I mean, it's a masterclass in footwork, honestly. He's doing a great job. And now we're seeing him get tired, but Jeremy is on him. Jeremy is on him. He knows the game. He's just got to land. And that's the hard part.
Zabit just took a good look up at the clock. And that's going to give Jeremy some confidence that Zabit is starting to tire.
Oh, nice stick with the left by Magomedsharipov. It's a game of inches. Stevens just a couple away from landing that right hand while Zabit was on the ground. Nice lead elbow there from Magomedsharipov.
Good right hand by Jeremy. Jeremy needs more than one punch, more than 2 punches. He needs combinations.
Yes.
We're going to get ahead in this at the end of this round right now.
Yeah, that was the advice that Eric Del Fierro was giving him in the corner, to put the emphasis on the third punch. Nice left to the body by Jeremy.
Yeah, we're seeing him throw the big shot very well. There it is, right hand lands. And he's there's 2 light ones to a heavy one. And now Zabit sitting and standing his ground. This is what has to happen for Zabit to do well. He has to stand his ground eventually.
Less than a minute now to go in this one. Big third round thus far for the underdog Stevens.
Whoa, nice spinning back kick to the body. There's a left hand by Zabit. His arsenal is just so full. It's just so unpredictable. Nice right hand by Stevens.
And it's Arsenal's full, Joe, because he switches and he's always giving you a different look. Right now, these guys are trading for everybody. Last 17 seconds.
Ooh! Nice combination from Zabit.
Oh, another left hand by Zabit.
Now showboats a little bit. Level change from Magomedsharipov.
And he gets it.
Not quite. That's no takedown. Good try, though.
Advertised. Zabit, Magomedsharipov, and Jeremy Stephens go the distance in our featured prelim here on ESPN.
What a fight these guys put on. Incredible display of chess match style martial arts.
The UFC 235 prelims on ESPN are presented by Modelo Especial, brewed for those with a fighting spirit since 1925. And in part by P3, the official protein snack of UFC. All right, great featherweight tilt there. The scorecards coming up next from Vegas.
UFC heavyweight Stipe Miocic fights for more than just a gold belt. A proud son of immigrants, Stipe fought for his dream while working 2 jobs and fighting fires for his community. Stipe still fights fires and still proudly fights for his heritage. Since 1925, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you come from. It matters what you're made of. Modelo, the official beer of UFC.
TGI Fridays Big Ribs. Bigger, bolder, meatier. Just $12.99 for a full rack and 2 sides. TGI Fridays, where every night the apps are endless.
Call it what you will. The tee shot. The first strike. Here, it's more. The push. The grit. The will. All part of the drive at the Masters.
All right, back live inside the T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas. Now we turn it over to Bruce Buffer for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All 3 judges scored this contest 29-28 for the winner by unanimous decision, Zabit Magomedsharipov.